National Football League.
And center stage belongs to Matthew Stafford.
He's going to have to air it out plenty this week.
Buckle up. There's football coming your way.
And it comes your way next on EA Sports.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson, partner. This should be a good one here in the month of October. We got a couple of teams playing good football to get this season going.
And all offseason, Mike, coaches and teams, they talk about the importance of starting the season strong. And here in this matchup for early in the year, we have our first look at two teams that have started off strong. They're playing winning football. They're starting to really understand what their identity is as a team. And for this stage of the season, this is one of the better matchups we've seen so far, and it's going to go a long way continuing to unravel who are the teams we're going to be talking about come the end of the regular season.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing to begin, it's Stafford. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Well, here early on, if this pass rush continues to get home at this rate, this is going to be a long day for this offense. They're going to have to put some extra guys in there, mix in some play action, keep this pass rush off balance.
3rd and long. Here's Stafford. Cooper Kupp was the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
If his preparation for this game is any indication of how he's going to perform today, Mike, they're going to be hard to beat. He played really well last week, but when we talked to his coaches, they told us, they're like, he has lived here all week. He has taken his level of play even up another notch. And if he can continue to operate this system, continue to get all of his weapons involved, this leadership, this ability to lead by example, it's going to rub off on the rest of this offense. I think they're going to have a good chance of changing from last week's loss to coming away today with a victory.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Play action now. It's Geno. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. First down, they'll keep it on the ground, and here's Charbonnet. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Geno. He'll try to run for it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Having a quarterback with this ability to run is such an X factor in today's NFL. It's an element of their offense that you have to be prepared for on every single play. Here we see it on third down. Starts out as a pass.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Quentin Lake. And the visitors are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The visitors' offense and Cooper Kupp heading back onto the field. As we move deeper in the season, he continues to put up the big numbers week after week. And you see it manifest there, the NFL's leader in receptions to this point of the year. Stafford now on first down. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. A shotgun snap to Stafford. And this drive is over before it can start. It's swallowed up to force 4th down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's Ethan Evans now, as he's standing right around his own goal line. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Starting this drive on the ground, here comes Charbonnet. Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll go again here with Charbonnet. And he'll bring this across midfield as this drive is taking shape. A gain of 7 on that one. Now a 3rd and 2. On the bootleg, it's Smith. He'll try and get there on the ground. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
Get that one to Charbonnet, complete.
Just nowhere to go once he catches this ball. You see, he's doing everything in his power to make guys miss and break tackles. I think he ended up doing a little bit too much because he ends up going backwards.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Smith will give it to Charbonnet. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the ground, former Notre Damer Kyron Williams. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. They face 2nd down and 7. Now it's Stafford. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds. And he's got the 1st down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab. Stafford. Nakua hauls it in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They go play action with Stafford. This one caught by Parkinson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Williams. They'll bring him down right at the 35, but that is good enough. They pick up the 1st down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. On the carry, it's Williams. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. 3rd and long. Here's Stafford. It's complete. He's got cut. And he's out of bounds in great shape down at the 15-yard line. That's well done as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
This pass caught right side. It's Allen.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Stafford now on third down. It is brought in the end zone.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand, let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
The extra point from Carty is good. And the visitors will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. He's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL leader in touchdown passes. Off the play fake, it's Smith. Complete to the former Buckeye, Jackson Smith-Njigba.
That's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike, but listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays, stay ahead of the chains.
Taking off.
You can see here, Mike, the impact that sending your receivers deep does to the defense. You add so many layers, and the defense has to get so much depth in their pass coverage. It leaves a lot of room underneath, and that's exactly what the quarterback takes advantage, tucks the ball down, turns into a runner, picks up the first down.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
Again, they'll give it to Charbonnet. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Smith. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain. Here's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, Smith. Got it with Smith-Njigba. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And the visitors are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The visitors' offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Hupp brings it in left side. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford. That's into the hands of the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Corum. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Stafford now. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. Result is a first down.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. This one grabbed by Nakua. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And his guys will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. This is fielded inside the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive. 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
3rd and 2. Stafford. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down. Stafford to throw again. He'll drop this down to Corum. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Play fake. Now Stafford to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Third and long. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Devin Witherspoon with the tight coverage as he knocks it away. On comes the punter now as he is on to kick it away. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
At their own 16-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, one touchdown apiece for our two teams. 7-7 on the board here at the break. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours, Coach.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. It's Bo Nix, the Oregon man, with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see the score there, in the second quarter, Deebo Samuel, a touchdown reception. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for 1st and 10. A give to Charbonnet. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. That stop made by Byron Young. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action now. It's Gino. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
DK Metcalf was the intended target. It's going to bring up 4th down. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. And he's right there in contention for the most receiving yards by a wideout this year, currently ranked 2nd in the NFL. That's how quick it's Cup on the RPO. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Run the draw with Cora. And he shows off a little footwork, winding his way for a run of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, it's Stafford. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He'll try to run it here with Cora. And he will work this down to the 43-yard line, and that is enough for a 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Stafford now on second down. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Stafford gonna give it to Cora. Just pushing defenders out of the way as he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll stay on the ground with Cora. And he'll get the first down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for second down and 4. They'll turn and hand this one off. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
So on comes Joshua Carty to try this field goal. This one from 39 yards out. Carty's kick is good. And the visitors will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike. But 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense and running back Zach Charbonnet set to go again. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Smith to Smith and Jigba. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll go play action. It's Smith. Gonna look deep, looking for more.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, out comes the punter. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. So now this team's offense back onto the field for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. Nakua snags it over the middle. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, they go with Cora. Good work on the ground. He's got it. 1st down. Up at about the 42.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
This one caught by Parkinson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. The motion man is Nakua. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's into the hands of Cora. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. This team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. It's Smith. Get that one to Charbonnet. Complete. That was not what they were hoping for. He's going to go out of bounds behind the line. A loss on that one. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Taking off, he'll try to get there. It's a big play when they needed it the most. And even 30 yards.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
Here's 1st and 10. Charbonnet in the back, and he goes straight ahead. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Thrown quickly, that's more on the RPO. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
On play action, Smith. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Charbonnet. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
So the pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to tie things up here in the 4th. And this one right down the middle. It's good. That evens the score here in the fourth quarter.
And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. Fourth quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Off-play action. It's Stafford. This one taken in by Parkinson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's a handoff to Cora. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Starting to see it back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
On 1st and 10, it's Cora. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. Second down, it's Stafford. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. Julian Love, the former Notre Dame star, with the good coverage, and he's able to knock that one away. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Connects with Kupp on the slant. And he's going to be taken down.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor, and that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score.
Now, 2nd and goal. They'll run with Cora. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. A lot of big bodies down there, but at the end of the day, the one that mattered, the one with the ball, finds the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, once that back gets the ball, Mike, he's just looking for a little crack of daylight, and he's thinking, I'm going to run into it and just hope I come out the other side. And in this case, the other side's the end zone, and they get 6.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this fourth quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. They'll come up now for 2nd down. They'll set up the screen to Charbonnet. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Working out of the gun, Smith. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Smith. He'll throw it left and has back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout. We'll stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A 2nd down throw for Smith. That is caught at the 3. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
Now this defense will use the 1st of their timeouts. So now the extra point to, in all likelihood, send us to overtime. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. 1st down, Stafford. That's down the field for Higbee. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. So, overtime coming up, not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets 1 possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. This one taken at the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Gino to throw. And this will be incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it's going to lead to 4th down. And now the punting unit will come up. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. And he looks up, and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball, as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in.
Automatic first down.
Here's a run inside, and it's Charbonnet. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's Gino. He'll get this out to his running back. And this one's going to be a loss of yardage. He's marked out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
What they teach these backs is when you catch a check down, immediately try to get vertical. Try to put a hole in the defense coming to rally tackle. So give credit to the defense here. They strung this out and made him go sideways, and they forced him to go so far sideways, he went out of bounds.
His first catch, they have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
Smith will give it to Charbonnet. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Smith. A throw on the move is caught. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that, be a bit of a letdown.
It's a gain of 26, and it'll set up 1st and goal.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
This has been some kind of march downfield. Now, can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Smith looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sack, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Smith now. This one intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Kinchins.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now a first throw here in overtime. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. Running forward is Quorum. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. He'll find his tight end. In the middle of the field, it's Higbee. Second down and 3. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Out of the gun, Stafford. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. 3rd down, 3 to go. Throwing again is Stafford. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. A big play there on 4th down. Good for an even 20. Now a 2nd timeout called by the defense. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This one to win it in overtime. This kick is good. He got it. It took overtime, but they will walk off the field with the victory. So it's a win for our visitors. They knew a field goal would do it, and a pressure kick from distance was right on the money. They come away with the victory here in overtime. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.